Don't know what happened there, people. I don't know what happened there. The live just ended. It just abruptly ended. I don't know what happened. But we're here now, aren't we? We are here. In the room. What's happening here? I don't know if this is live or not. I'm not sure if this is live. Is this live? Not yet. That's better. Marcus, my friend, you're the first in the room. Yes, and it is live. It is live. I didn't know. So I scheduled a live for 10 o'clock. Scheduled it last night. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just ended. It just said stream ended. So I quickly created another one. Hello, you lovely person. You too, Jojo. Lovely person. Today than yesterday. Yesterday, I never thought in a million years that alcohol to me would affect me as much as it did. Not the drinking part of it, because that was the good part of it, you know, I'm getting happy. But it was the after effects the day after. All day yesterday, my vision was like doing this, and I like squint, you know, to actually read things. Felt as rough as toast, really did, and fragile, and felt very like emotional. It was like a depression. But today I feel good. I think that's my sign, or my body's warning sign saying, Stephen, you know, enough is enough. You must not drink anymore. But I'm the kind of person, I don't know about you people, where I like to go out. Do you know what I mean? I can't go out and just have one. I can't do that. To me, it's a waste of time. I like to go out. I like to go out and have a drink and then have another drink. But I know my limit. That's the funny thing. I don't drink to the state of oblivion, not these days anyway. But I know my limit. And when I reach my limit, it's like my body says, that's it. No more drink, Stephen, because I can't physically drink anymore. But my limit is becoming less and less and less. Just how the heck are you? Today, Jim, I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday. Much better. I'm a different person. I can read this from distance. I can actually read the the chat box easily without squinting like that. Yesterday, very odd. Anyway, I went to Dipperlug yesterday, and I didn't go anywhere near the people down there who were drinking from early in the morning. Oh, Jim, I can't drink at all. I think my body is finished. I really felt crook all day. I did. I felt very fragile. But yesterday I went to Dipperlug by a tricycle because the bike that's been left to me because they got my car because the funeral is today. The bike for transport. Well, I kind of sat on the bike, took it to the bottom here, to the road, which is only, what's that, 100 yards, maybe. No brakes. You know, the brakes was like you squeak because it's a scooter, front brake and back brake. No, I thought, I'm not getting on that. I'm not getting on that. It's a death trap. That motorcycle had wheelchair written all over it for me. It had wheelchair written all over it. I could see what was going to happen. I'd been in an accident, paralysed. Serves you right. And I just be like, nice. What do you feel a bit? I do. I feel so much better. And look, is it Nestle iced tea? Or it's not iced tea because there's no ice in this, but just cold tea. It's not healthy because this is full of sugar, this stuff. But sometimes you need that sugar hit, don't you? Mm, I do. I need that sugar hit. So anyway, yesterday I went into Dipolog City. Uh, had a little stroll around because, as I said, I'm at a loose end. I really am. You know, my wife isn't here. My son, bless his heart, is not here. And normally, or in the past, when Mira's gone, to her family's house, and I don't really go there often, uh, it was quite nice. But these days, I'm at a loose end. I really miss them. Yeah. And I'm gonna name the title because when I go into the bathroom, it's only one toothbrush. It used to be three. Mine, my wife, and my son's. And every time I go and brush my teeth, I just look at my toothbrush. And I know it's only for a few days. My wife's only gone for a few days. She's back tomorrow. But it's been quite a lonely time, people. Ah, you're coming in clear. Excellent, Mark. Excellent. So the stream is good. It's a good stream, right? In Washington State, never a hangover from tequila. Everything else, look out one day after. Yeah. I get hangover with any drink. With any drink, some more than others. Some more than others. I think when I used to drink Sambuca back in the UK as a chaser shot, or when it was coming to the end of the evening and you can see it's bloated, aren't you? And then I'll just finish the night off on Sambucas. But I've never had hangovers like I'm getting these days. But then again, I don't drink as much as I used to in the old days. But these days, the drinking for me is finished. I think it's finished. And I mean, Doug's not here yet. Perhaps he'll come into the room. Perhaps he won't. But Doug said because my camera keeps auto focusing, right? Like now it's auto focusing, and he said to download this software to try and stop it, but I couldn't do it. I'm not really technically minded. So I do apologise for this camera auto focusing. I'm trying to keep it still as I can, so it's not looking for me. But yeah, also in Dipolog yesterday, I walked along the boulevard. I didn't see any foreigners. I don't think I saw any foreigners. I think I might have seen one go past on a scooter bike, on a motorbike. I'm not sure. I think he was a foreigner. But generally speaking, when I go to Dipolog, I see at least 10 like walking and hanging around and walking along the boulevard. But yesterday, I didn't see any. And I went into McDonald's, and again, I normally see some foreigners in McDonald's. Didn't see any. Mind you, it was hot. It was hot, but that normally doesn't stop foreigners coming out. It stops the Filipinos coming out, but generally speaking, it doesn't really stop the foreigners coming out. But I walked along the end of the boulevard, and I thought I'm going to have a little look in that solar shop, and I walked up to it, and it is a big shop on the corner. It's near a tire shop. Can't remember the name. In fact, I never even seen the name of it. I never taken no notice. But people in there, and when I've drove past there before in the car, I normally used to see maybe one person in there. Sometimes none, just all sales assistants. But yesterday, 6 or 8 people in there. 6 or 8 people. So I think because of this crisis, it's spilling over into the fact of people want to maybe think about solar power. Where we at here? Where we at? You're coming in clear. Yeah, I think I'm coming in clear. Any oil crisis in the Philippines? Yes, there is, Philip. There is. Yeah, because it's like a developing country, this place, as they say. I think it's affecting people here more than what it would if you was in the West. Meaning, the little bit of money people do earn here is becoming harder to earn, especially the drivers of the taxis or what they call them, the jeepneys. The jeepneys. Reason being for that is, although they have increased the fuel costs, the what do you call me? I said it, didn't I? No, I'm got mental. I'm losing my mind. The jeepney drivers can't really push that price increase onto the passengers. Tank of propane. Hitty, I'm losing my. Dear me, there you go. That's the three. Yeah, I noticed here as well. I don't know what day it was, but here, a couple of weeks ago, it was, I think, 1,040 pesos for 11 kilogram of propane. Now I saw it's 1,300. So yeah, increase of that as well. It's all increasing, isn't it? It's all prices are increasing all over the place. But in general, on my observation, where I am, the people are still in good spirits. The people are still in good spirits. Do you expect social unrest if the view? I was thinking about this, Philip. Do you expect social unrest if the fuel prices keep rising or stay high? Possibly. There is already, right now, as we speak, protests. And there was a protest outside of the US Embassy in Manila, and protests of the rise in fuel prices. So yeah, and the night I was having a drink, not last night, to that, one of the people asked me if I was American. I said no. I said I'm British, and they said, "Is that part of America?" No, it's not. It's Northern Europe. But yeah, I think there possibly could. But thankfully, here in the Philippines, the people are so friendly and very tolerant, I'd say. Tolerant and definitely resilient. I definitely say the people here are resilient. And they can make things of nothing here. Like my neighbor here, Junjun, great guy. He's a carpenter. And because his work is, where's he working? I think he's working in Horsey Dalma, which is quite far from here. And used to ride his motorbike there, but now he's stopped because his boss has said to him, I can't give you a raise, I can't pay for the gasoline. So he stopped working and now he's cutting wood to sell, to sell these bundles of like wood or dirty kitchens and such things. So yeah, I think he is. My wife said it's 1,500. I'll be due for a gas bottle in also because I've had this gas bottle for a couple of months. And it normally runs out 10 weeks, 12 weeks. So I'm caught up in everyone's caught up in this, we are caught up in it. What's that? It won't be the same as COVID. Prices went up but didn't come back down. I hope not. But listen, even if this war was over today, it's going to take weeks, if not months, to bring everything back to a kind of degree where it was before all this happened. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. 200 more than yesterday. Yeah, there you go. And I've noticed as well, my neighbor here on this side, look, it's auto-focusing. I apologize, people. I really do apologize. My neighbor this side, who's married to not married, but they together, this Australian guy. And she posted on her Facebook at the weekend, she's bought a new cabinet and she's stocking up with food. So maybe people are starting to panic buy as well. I don't know. But yesterday, when I went into Dipolo, there wasn't many people around. There wasn't many four wheels about. And I was there at the lunch hour as well, where everyone comes out of work and they go for the buy-in, for the things. But there wasn't that much traffic around, not in comparison to previous weeks. Days earlier, we also bought a full stock of food because, yes, that's what people are doing now, John. People are actually buying more in because of the increase. That's definitely going to happen. Stock up the Heinz. I would. The beans I get here, I can't remember the name, but they like pork and beans. But you've got to search for the pork. You need a magnifying glass to actually search for the pork. And if you can find it, it's normally one piece about this big, as big as your little fingernail. Heinz beans. Heinz beans or Dolmio tin tomatoes. Never seen them here. Never seen them, but you can get them, but just not where I am. We are known Bangers fish. Yeah, I love Bangers fish if it's fillet. Farms here. Guess what? Yeah, Bangers. Bangers. Yeah. Is that a fish pan? Yeah, it will be a fish farm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I really like Bangers if it's fillet. You know, if it's fillet, if it's as it is, there's just too many bones for me. And when I keep picking bones out of my mouth, I just, I don't enjoy it. Yeah, Trump says, yeah, fish ponds here. Can you fish in them? Can you fish in these fish ponds, or is it monitored? Trump says he's going to pull out and leave it up to the other. I see that. I see that. He says, if you want your own oil, go and get it. That's what he said. I saw that this morning. If you want your own oil, you go and get it. I saw that. No, it's not Logitech. If this is a Logitech camera, you can disable the constant zoom in app settings. No, it is a Ugreen. But I have got a Logitech camera, an old one that I used to use all the time. The thing is with this Ugreen camera, it doesn't support where you can turn it off. You can turn the autofocus off. It's really annoying. It never used to do it. You never used to do it. What fish do you see in the Philippines for fish and chips? Oh, yeah. Yeah. The only fish, and you might not like this, people, but the fish that I like is snakehead, which they call it hawan here. Hawan. If any Filipinos are here, you will know that. And what I do, when I used to catch them in dirty, shitty water, yeah, in pond water, basically, I used to fish with an artificial frog. One of these, I'll show you. Oh, I used to lure fish, and I would fish on the top of the ponds. I'd drag these across the ponds, these here. And the place that I used to fish, I've got many of them, all like different ones, but they are actually very effective. So I'd catch them, and they can live out of water for ages. So I bring them home, and we have a bucket with a lid on it, and I put that fish in the bucket, and they would swim around for 2 days and clean its system out. That meat tastes like cod to me. But if I haven't got any of them hawan, which is more often than not these days, I buy a lapu, as they call it here, grouper. Any redfish is quite nice. Even dolphin head, what they call it here, Maya or something. Mia. Book them down, or bag of chips, full red horse. I can't, as I said, when I first come into this live yesterday, I felt as rough as toast all day, even into the night time. My head was still banging. I couldn't see properly. My vision was it was like I'd been poisoned, but I probably had been poisoned self-inflictedly by drinking San Miguel, too many of them. That's today, last night, yesterday, kept away from the booze. You can make not so sweet baked beans and keep some in your freezer. That's my Philippines workaround anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, here, when I have the baked beans here, I can't remember the name of them. Hunts. With a H, Hunts beans. I kind of, when I'm cooking them, I kind of rinse them. I do rinse them, and there's a little bit of the red sweet sauce on there, but not a lot. But I do get rid of that sauce. Sweet things like that is for sweet things. Savory things should be savory, shouldn't they? They should be savory. It's like I don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't like apple in curries, which when I was in South Korea, there's apple, there's raisins in a curry. To me, it doesn't go together. It's like it's taboo. It's taboo. Bag of chips with scrapings. Oh man, I'd die for that right now. I'd die for that. Even when you make your own chips here, which I do often, it's not the same. Maybe because the oil, or maybe because it's just a different kind of potato. I don't know, but yeah, fish and chips. Fish and chips, you know, back in England, many years ago, and I'm talking many years ago, it was a poor man's meal. It was the poor who used to have fish and chips. But now it's a rich man's meal. It really is. And when you go to, or when I was back in England, you go to a fish and chip shop, right? And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't cod. It was what it was whitefish, but they would still sell it as cod and still keep the same price. Yes, that's why it's Buckham Dano, Wi-Fi fan. Love fish and chips. Bangers, yeah, bangers and mash. Bangers and mash with beans. Baked beans. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. But here I just get by with what I get by with, really, like eating wise. I bought some frozen shrimp with the tails on in City Mall, in Save-More, whatever it's called. And they are like 300 pesos for like, you get about 8. You get about 8 of these prawns, but they do taste good, but it's expensive for what you're buying. Hey, hello, Michael, in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, my dear friend. Yes, we are. We've got quite a few in it already. 54 people in at the moment. You're not supposed to fish in the fish ponds. They are privately owned. Some do escape from their pens, and you can catch those in the surrounding river. Yeah, that's right. It's the same here. You get caught fishing in these fish pans here. Oh, well, I wouldn't like to think what would happen, because it's these bangers and tilapia and whatever else they have in these fish pans. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to actually culture these fish, because the feeds are so expensive. And I think tilapia is a 5, 6, 7, 8 months fish before it's a half decent size to sell. So it's a long session to feed them. And as I said, the feeds are very expensive. Same here, Stephen. You ask for cod and chips, but it isn't cod. It's not cod. It's not. You can tell. Cod is a very flaky, thick meat. But when you get this white fish, it's like watery. It's still white. It's white and flaky, but watery. It's not cod. The little mole fish is tasty. What's the mole fish? Mole fish. What about frog legs? My wife eats them. In fact, she went to a friend's house down here a couple of weeks ago, and they were having a little shindig, and she had frog's legs. In France, it's normal, frog's legs and snails and things like that. But for me, it's supposed to taste like chicken. It's supposed to be very delicious, but not for me, people. Not for me. Not for me. I don't like all of this exotic food. Hi, Colleen from Australia. How's things in Australia? Because my neighbour's in Australia right now. He's coming over at the end of this month, and he said that Australia's due for a recession. There is an incoming recession coming into Australia. Don't know. I think the way the world is, there's going to be a recession around the world. It's a small fish that also lives in fish ponds. I don't know about that. I know the Ito, the catfish, and I know the what's it called? Pullo, not pullo. That's red. Pullo means red in Tagalog, in Visaya. But there's another one. Puyo. I wouldn't eat that either. Kangaroo's very good, like good steak. Yeah, my neighbour said that when I was talking to him about it. Bunny lad, it must be like a northern. He's a northerner here for sure. Fish chips and mushy peas, can't beat it. Battered sausage with stotty cake. He is this lad is from the northeast of England for sure. Stotty cake and curry sauce, yes. How many times, especially being northerners, you go out, or used to go out on a Friday night, Saturday night to Dodge City, right from Crook, where I was born and bred, and you'd come out of there, and this was the time before doner kebabs took over. You come out straight in the chip shop. I used to get chips and curry sauce, or chips and mushy peas and curry sauce, or chips and gravy. Chips and gravy. Good morning, Dave. Kangaroo packs a punch. what was that? There was another meat as well that I used to eat a lot of. Venison. Venison, I used to read quite a bit of that when I was in England because they started selling that in Morrison's. Morrison's now, it was Safeways, Morrison's. The war is triggering a recession. It is. Frank, you're right, man. You are 100% right. It's triggering a recession all over the world. But sadly and unfortunately, countries like the Philippines and Cambodia, Vietnam and whatnot, they feel it first. They feel it first because don't forget, sort of England gets their oil from other places as well. But the Philippines, no, they get like 98% of their oil from the Gulf. Wouldn't be as gamey as venison. Yeah, see, venison is gamey, but if you hang it for a few days, which I never did, but if you hang it for a few days, I think it takes away that toughness. It takes away the toughness. That's why I don't know if you people here. When you buy pork here, sometimes it's tough, right? And that's because it's killed, it's chopped, and people buy it straight away. The meat is still warm, so and it's the way they kill the pigs here. It's a slow death when they just cut the throat and let it bleed out and keep the blood. So the pig is stressed as hell. The pig is stressed as hell. And of course, it's all tense like this, isn't it? The pig. Horrible. When it's pig killing season here, which is Christmas, birthdays, and fiestas, I'm like that in the house because I can't bear to hear that screaming. Poor pigs, poor animals here. Actually, life is very cheap when it comes to animals and that. Even the chickens, they will get a chicken and rather than just wring its neck, break its neck, they slit it and same things, keep the blood. Morning, Mark. Morning, Mark. Good morning indeed, my friend. Good morning. What's here? We refine the oil and gas right here in South Louisiana. Why is the price of the pump so high? Because generally speaking, many countries who do produce oil, they export it because it's more of a profit to export the oil than to keep your own oil and use it. I think that's part of the reason. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat. I really don't. I was a big meat eater back in the UK, but here I find that the pork tastes different. I haven't had a good bit of beef here in almost 9 years. I haven't had a nice tender bit of beef that I bought myself. And I've tried all sorts. I've tried soaking it. It sounds like a piece of laundry. But I've actually tried marinating it in pineapple juice and soy sauce. It made it a bit better. But as far as I'm concerned, I haven't. It just tasted. Even the eggs taste different to me. And I'm not a picky eater. I'm really not. I'm not a picky eater at all. I'm from the northeast of England. But there's nothing here. It's like the bread. The only bread that I can get on with here is gardeners or something like that. That's the only bread that I can get here that's not sweet. And I don't eat meat. Yeah, fish. Fish is quite nice. I like fish, but it's a job to get it dead fresh. And there was a fish port in Dipolo. If you go there that day or that morning and buy your fish, absolutely spot on. But because of the heat here, and you've got to think about this, you go around to the markets, right? And the meat, they've got this stick with a bit of rag tied to the end of it and a little kind of fan that spins around above it. But there's nothing really on ice. There's nothing. So that's why I can't go to these markets after like 8 o'clock in the morning because they stink. It kind of really. Brent's tripping. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Brent. How you doing, my friend? Are you still in Dumagetti? Are you still over there? What about the beef burgers in McDonald's? McDonald's to me is a treat because where I am, there is no McDonald's. So as soon as I go to Diplock City, that's the first port of call, isn't it? I'm straight in McDonald's, straight in there. Look, my mouth's watering and dribbling as I'm looking at the menu. And I know it's shite. I know the food there is shite, but I like it. I like the McDonald's in comparison to other things here. And also, have you noticed? I'm sure you have. A few people who are in the Philippines. Ah, you're still in Dumaguete. What's the prices like in in Dumaguete? Is it everything shot through the roof? Is the fuel station still got some fuel? Here they are running out. But here, if you go to a Calendaria, if you go there in the morning, okay, it's warm. But you go there in the afternoon, it's like bloody cold, isn't it? It's like, hold on a minute. I don't want a salad. I want something that's warm. And it's just the way the Filipinos are. It's like my wife, she eats cold food. Me, nah. I like it warm. Same here in Thailand, hard to find good steak. I haven't had a good steak here. Honestly, I haven't had a good steak here. I've had good fish. And I've had some good pork in some restaurants, but generally speaking, when you buy your stuff, I haven't had a good bit of meat, really, or beef. Should I say beef? Same here in Thailand, hard to find good steak. Bought several different cuts, Australian and Thai. We'll stick to the veggies in my garden and fish. I eat a lot of vegetables. Meat, like. I was watching the old TV show, The Avengers. Yes, The Avengers with Steed. And who was the other one? Oh, he died, didn't he? I think Steve's dead as well now. Are they all dead now? I know Gareth Hunt died, the man who did the coffee adverts. And I'm not wanking. I'm just like shaking the coffee beans, which was his advert for Nescafe. Yeah, Mr. Steed with his hat. I remember that. Brilliant. All those good programs. All those good Purdy, Diana Lumley. Yeah, Diana Lumley. It was Diana Rigg first, wasn't it? And then Purdy then took over from Diana Rigg. If my mind serves me correctly, I might end up like you, Brent, not drinking beer anymore. I think I might. I'm seriously thinking about it, cutting it out, because it just makes me feel too rough in the mornings, especially lately. Yeah, Joanne Lumley. Had a bit of tackle, she was. Everything is going up. Traffic is better. Yeah, I was just saying earlier on in this live that when I went into Dipolog City yesterday to do some bits and pieces, not many four wheelers about. So yeah, you still got the motorcycles, but not many four wheels. The traffic is definitely better. Definitely better. But a lot of these Filipinos will be suffering badly, especially up in the cities like Manila and all them kind of places. But here, the people are just, they are okay. They talking about it, but they still smiling. For how long, we don't know, do we? We really don't know for how long. I've got nothing on this. What's going on with this screen here? Oh, it's on the top there. Yes, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Trump to make major announcement on Iran war tomorrow morning. Good day from Batangas, mate. Yeah, good morning, Scott. I will be on at the woods in 3 weeks, visit my partner's family close to, where's that? Corondala. Where's that? I have to ask my wife when she comes back where that is. I think I've heard of that, actually, but I have no idea where it is, like, no idea where it is. But yeah, getting back to the one toothbrush. And, when my wife's here, my son, before she went to this funeral, it was like, oh, it'd be nice to have a bit of peace and quiet for a few days. But now that she's gone, it's kind of, what do I do with myself? What am I going to do? I just don't know what to do. I really, kind of miss them really badly. Ooh. I haven't been down to the south of Mindanao. I mean, I've stayed up here in the north. Through many Filipinos saying, stay here, Steve, it's safe here. But that's why I don't go to Liloy very much. Now, Liloy is past Sindangan, okay? So you got Liloy, then you got, I think, Shogun. Now, Shogun's just a no-go area. There's a lot of Muslims there. There's a lot of Muslims in Liloy, but apparently all of the MPA have dispersed. They've gone. But if there's a risk I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go because I don't want to be like a statistic on YouTube and YouTube is talking about me. Oh, do you want that? Stephen, Philippine life through the eyes of an expat. He's disappeared. I don't. No, I don't want to be in that category of YouTubers talking about me because I went down there and got kidnapped. I'm not saying I would, but I'm not going to tempt fate. Have you considered running for mayor? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Oh God, what would I do if I was mayor of Dipolog? If I was allowed to be, I don't know what I'd do. I tell you what I would do. I would do what they do in the next city to here, which is Dapitan City. Now, what they do, they have banned fishing 3 days a week. Not deep sea fishing. You can still go deep sea, okay, but close in netting where they net in all the small fish. Now, in Dapitan, they 3 days a week, or is it 4 days? Can't remember, but it's a day before full moon and 2 days after. And that is like a sanctuary for the fish. And, when I go fishing in Dapitan, which is not very often these days, but when I do, I always seem to catch something. Dipolog now is like barren, or unless you're out on your boat or you're fishing at the breakwater. But that's what I would do. I say, right, give these fish a break, let them have 3 or 4 days respite, let them breed and make sanctuaries. Make some fish sanctuaries, but implement the law. Because there is a law here where you can, you shouldn't be catching these little fish. They should be released, but there is nothing that is released in here. Ban in-law. Ban the in-laws, yeah. Since, like I got, my uncle, not my uncle, Mira's uncle and auntie, that place, they've been good as gold. And the uncle's working for the landlord, so, the rent is paid and all that kind of stuff. I had no problem with them. But Mira's mum and dad, there's never no problem from them. I've only ever seen them once I'm not big with Mira now. Almost 8 years I've been with Mira, and I've only seen the mum and dad once. I've seen them on the camera and that, but meeting them in person, because they live down there, you see, down in Lidloy and Shogun. I don't go there. And I've discussed that problem with her, and she says it's safe, but don't go there. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Just practice caution. Be a little bit more vigilant. Don't go out at night time with your wife or not. Just stay around Filipinos. Don't go walking about. There's been a few times. He is safe till it's not. Till it's not. I shouldn't tempt fate, should I? But he is safe until it's not. It's like the same as everywhere, isn't it? It can be safe. It's like part of the UK. I think part of the UK is more dangerous than here. But it's safe until it's not. But when I first came to Dipolog, Seattle, howdy, my friend. Always enjoy your podcast. Thank you so much. I watch them all. Bloody hell. You must enjoy it if you watch them all. No, foreigners cannot own any firearms here. I don't know about airsoft guns. I really don't know. I think there's a bit of a grey area with that as well. But even if it doesn't matter what visa you're on, if you're a foreigner here, it's my understanding that you cannot own any kind of firearm. It doesn't matter what visa. If you're 13A, a retirement visa, a tourist visa, you can't. I don't think. If you was to, become a citizen, I don't know even with that, because there could be a law as, yes, you're naturalized, so you are a citizen of the Philippines, but because you are originally not from here, you can't own. I don't know. But to be honest with you, even if I could own a firearm, I wouldn't. Don't ask me why, because I can't give an answer to that, but I don't feel it, I don't feel it's necessary. For me, personally, and anyway, if I had a gun in the house, it might give my wife, a temptation to get rid of Stevie. Oh, I shouldn't say that. No, this is not alcohol. This is Nest tea, and I could let you smell it. If you could smell it and taste it, I would offer. but you can't. So you've got to take my word for it. It is Nestea. Warm Nestea, which isn't very, it's not the best. It's not the best. So, questions and answers if you want. Questions and answers. We can do whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do. Now, I was going to do a bit of fishing, right? That's what I thought. My wife's gone, do a bit of fishing. But the motorcycle that's been left to me as transportation, as I said, the brakes are crap. Absolute crap. And every time I look at that bike and I think, well, I'll go up to the village on it. I'll just go up there and get some bits and pieces. I'm thinking, no, that bike's got wheelchair written all over it. It's got wheelchair written all over it for me. So no. I know no Englishman drinks Nestea. I know, but I think his lesson from drinking too much San Miguel. Yesterday, I thought I was going to go blind. It was like everything was like this. I thought, God almighty, it was a brilliant night. Really enjoyed the night. And I thought I was George Michael on the microphone because I was doing a bit of video, as you do, in the Philippines with the local people. I was singing away, enjoying myself. And everyone was, when I was hitting the high notes, everyone was, yeah. That was it. I really thought I was Michael Jackson or George Michael. But the next morning, dear Christ, my head, stomach. When I first got up, I was all right, just a headache. I thought, not too bad, Steve, not too bad. It was worth it. But then as the minutes, the minutes that I was awake, I was going gradually worse and worse till I felt absolutely shit. Yes, well, I've been drinking lots of water. And I don't normally drink water. I'm not a water drinker, but I know I drink a lot of juice. And juice is not good because it's full of sugar, I know. But now I'm feeling okay. But my eyes yesterday, I've never had that. I've never had that ever. No matter how drunk I've been in the past or how much I've had to drink, my eyes have always functioned correctly. Not while I'm drinking, but hangover days. But yesterday, my eyes was affected. Yes, they do. They do. They do the Philippines karaoke, English, Visaya, Tagalog. But yeah, maybe electrolytes. Yeah. What they do here for hangovers, and it makes sense. Makes sense, people. They don't really take paracetamol. They just go and cut a coconut down, and they split the coconut and drink the coconut water. They said it's the best cure for hangover. It makes sense because coconut water is full of electrolytes. But I haven't got the skill to cut a coconut down. I'm certainly not climbing one. I'm not a coconut pilot. I'm certainly not climbing a tree for a coconut. I'd do more damage than good. Don't fall out the tree and kill myself. What are you there for? Getting the coconut. Get down, you stupid white man. Get down, you English man. But that's okay. Enter the dragons. Enter the dragon's lair. Hello, my friend. Hello. Just don't sing my why. I sing a lot of Coldplay songs because I love Coldplay. And White Lion, she doesn't know. That's a dead favourite. That gets the people. That gets the people tapping their feet. That one. But and I sing Magdalena. The what's his name? Can't remember his name. Don't know his name. He's pretty famous in the Philippines. He sang Anak as well. He sang a lot of songs. What's his name? Aguera or somebody. I host karaoke on my YouTube channel. Are you allowed to play music on a YouTube channel? Yeah. Are we allowed to do that? Because I noticed Ian, bless his heart and rest in peace, Ian, from living in the Philippines, like another British guy from the north of England or the Midlands. He used to do some lives doing music and that. And his friend Fred on his channel, Fred Farrell, he does some lives with music. You get copyright. Yeah. I did a video. When was it? About 3 months ago. And I went near the gold mines here, near the gold mines. And I was doing a video going through the mountains in the car with the camera. and got to the gold mines, and I was doing a bit of video of that. And because I inserted what said was copyright-free music, no one's singing, just the music, YouTube took it down. They said copyright strike, but it wasn't a warning. But yeah, they took the video down. So now, about putting any kind of music into my videos. Jimbo, hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Or if you, yes, if you create the music. Yeah, but if you sing on the karaoke and you're doing someone's song, is that still copyright? I think it might be. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I don't want to try because I don't want to strike. I don't want to strike. I really don't. Oh, dear me. Let's drink a little bit more of this here. Fresh buckwheat juice is, I love buckwheat juice. I do, honestly. I like all of the coconut. All of the coconut. And here they call it the magic nut or the magic tree because every part of the tree is used. From the tree itself, they make scaffold out of it. Many people build a house out of it. Not good though, full of termites. But the palms are used to make brooms, the sweeping brooms. The nut is used obviously for the coconut inside, the flesh, the juice. An actual shell of the nut is used to make charcoal, for the barbecue. All of it is used. An American rock band, Journey. I like Journey. Got lucky when they found that Filipino guy to replace the lead singer that died. Yes, that's very true. Yeah, very, very true indeed. Yeah, good band, Journey. A lot of the old American bands, but my favourite is the British old rock music. Led Zeppelin. I liked old Queen. The original Queen, as I would call it. Before they got a bit commercialized. Pink. I love Pink Floyd. All of the bands from that era, Whitesnake, which was the spin-off of Deep Purple. All of the old bands, all of the old rock bands I like. Plus, my co-host is Filipina. What's your channel? Is it Enter the Dragon's Lair? Is that your channel? Because I will have a look. I will have a look. I will. See, yeah. Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, Curry is still alive. I've seen copyright on an Australian band that actually plays the music and sing the music because they are so good. Hindley Street County Club on YouTube only happens on some songs. I wouldn't risk it because I've already had one strike. I've already had one strike for. I tell you what that strike was for. It was in a live last week. No, this week. When it was, I don't know. Was it this week? I can't remember. But yeah, because I showed my iCard just to show what the 13A iCard looks like, they took my video down and gave me a strike because I was showing sensitive material. It was a picture of me, but they didn't give me any opportunity to contest it. So yeah, I got a strike. I think it didn't say I got a strike, but it said that they took the video down. I saw the Stones in '78. Some girls too with Journey. Yeah. I never saw the Stones, and they did come to Hastings Pier many, many, many years ago before I was living there. And Queen did as well. Queen come to Hastings Pier and played. I saw Queen. I've seen them, God almighty, in the 80s. That was early 80s, I think, 67, 77, 87. I think, yeah, that was about 15 or 16 years old. A long time ago, while living in America, I used to hear about Filipino band that covered Quinton's Clearwater Revival. Oh, yeah, Quinton's Clearwater Revival. Good. Yeah, they were supposed to be very good. Cream, the best. Eric Clapton, Queen. Cream, the best, yeah. I like Eric Clapton. The old Eric Clapton, The old Eric Clapton. I love White Rock concert. Has any of you guys been to Glastonbury? In Glastonbury, in the West Country. Said my connection was unstable. Deep, my favourite. Frank Zappa, Peaches and Regalia. Yeah, Peaches and Regalia, Frank Zappa, great album. As any of you people who are from the UK, or even if you're not from the UK, have you ever been to Glastonbury? I used to go there all the time, and the shit and the mud, because it always used to rain, in the UK, always rains during Glastonbury times. Yeah, yes, my birthday, 2 weeks before yours. So that means, yeah, you're an August lad. August lad. I miss all the old music. Well, I play the old music, and my wife likes it, or she pretends she does, or she just puts up with it. Yes, fishing tools, that were brilliant, man, brilliant. My mother got Jagger's autograph for me 10 years ago when she worked. She said she had never seen a more ugly. He was an ugly man, wasn't he? He was an ugly man. Mick Jagger was so bloody ugly, but had lots of energy. Might have been because of the things he might have indulged in, and he did. He did. And look at, oh God, my mind. Look at the what's his name? The guitar player. Oh God, my mind is just terrible. But he's still going, isn't he? And all of the drugs that he took in his time, and he's still going strong. I saw Pink Floyd, Guns N' Roses in Venice. Nice. Guns N' Roses weren't together for too long, did they? Because Axl had a disagreement, and he was a bit of a prima donna. And Keith Richards, that's it. Keith Richards. Look at that man. He's just like pickled, isn't it? But he's still going. He's smoking on and drinking and all of the other stuff, and he's still going strong. Must have good DNA, I think. You wanted to move to Colombia? Yeah, I bet you were singing with Clapton song. Yes, that's why I didn't go to Colombia. That's why I didn't go, because I got an addictive personality, and I know what would have happened. I've got the willpower and the breaking strength of a Kit Kat, right? So people say, "You do this, try this." I said, "No, I should try that." Oh, go on then. And that would have been my downfall, for sure. I see. Really enjoy listening to you. Thank you, Chancer. Thank you so much. I like it when people enjoy listening to me. I do. It's better than saying, "I hate you. I hate listening to you." Thank you. No, and thank you for being here, you people. Really, really, thank you for being here. It's nice. But I will tell you, people, when my wife is back tomorrow, my lives will be spontaneous again and random, because it's not because of my wife, it's because of my son. My son always wants me to do things with him. And of course, he's impatient. And if I'm doing a live, he will stand by the door or stand in this corner till I'm finished. And it puts me off. Is that they used to have an annual Halloween show? Yes, and did you know? No, Keith Richards isn't dead yet. Or he wasn't there last time I checked. But Frank Zappa hated drugs. And he said to any of his roadies, any of the people who was in his band, if you do drugs, you're out. You're out. There's a flash flood warning near my house, and really scared. Where's that at? Where you at, Ruth? Yeah, Zappa's dead now, isn't he? Dead now, isn't he, Zappa? Very good though, Frank Zappa. He was like a musician that was way advanced. He was way ahead of his time, Frank Zappa. The sounds that he used to make, I'd never heard those sounds before, and probably never will again. So he had his own sound, didn't he? I'll have a look at that. There's a recording available on a Halloween show. Brilliant. Like today, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm not having any alcohol. I'm not. No, I'm resisting all temptation. And all I got to think of is how I felt yesterday, and I think, no, I'm not doing it. So yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah. So what I'm going to do today, because I've got a video in here. I've got some bloody big speakers, and the reason I did this is because I couldn't beat the local people with their video. So I thought, I'll join them. Why don't I get one as well? So I did. So today, I'm going to do video, but I'm going to put on some old music because there's going to be no one in the house, and I'll whack it up, and I'm just going to have a relaxing day doing that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think so. That's what I'm going to do today. First song I'm going to put on when I finish this is going to be, oh, what should I put on? What should I put on? What's up? Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin. Not Led. Led Zeppelin. Bloody brilliant band, that. All kids do that. They wait until you are on the phone. They do, Connie. They do. They do. When I'm not doing anything, I don't hear from my son. As soon as I start to do something, he's there. He's like, he's my little shadow. He is. And this morning I spoke to him. In fact, let's see if he's texted me back. No, he might have done actually. No. But I spoke to him this morning, and the time was 6:30 in the morning. And he said, Daddy, I'm so far away from you. And I said, yes, you are. And he said, can you come down and play with me? I said, no, son, I can't. I said, you're going to a funeral today of your family. And he said, Dad, I'm coming home tomorrow. He said, can we go fishing? Yes, son, we can do that tomorrow. We can do in the local river. Fish are this big. Oh, Jimi Hendrix, great musician, yeah. Left-handed man. Oh, great musician. Great. I think that's where the Hey Joe comes from, isn't it? That's where the Hey Joe in the Philippines. But when we was fishing in the local river here, it is little fish like this. That's big, right? But my wife saw, to begin with, a hawan as big as this, a snakehead. And it just kept coming to the surface and going down. Coming up and going down. It was bloody big hawan. So I changed from ledger fishing to the float fishing, but my little boy made so much noise, it was impossible to catch. So I might go and try and catch that fish. Yeah, it came from, yes, the G.I. Joes. Yeah, G.I. Joes, rare. You're right, my friend, it did. Hello, Bo Hoop family. Yes. Everybody. I can see you strutting around like, I know I don't strut around like Mick Jagger. Oh, you got the moves like Jagger. I wish I had the moves like Jagger. No, when I'm dancing, I'm more like a Filipino these days. I'm like a smoochie, you know. Have you seen the Filipinos dancing when they like? It's all like this. That's what I'm like these days because it's less movement. It's less movement. Do the hooks that you have eyes, or do you need to? I like the shank. I like to tie it on the shank. I've got eye hooks as well, but I like to tie it to the shank. But yeah, you can get them with holes in, but they're more expensive. Karaoke Englishman. Yes, I did that. I'm an Englishman in New York. I do that when I'm here, when I do karaoke. I do Englishman in New York, I do. But I say I'm an Englishman in the Philippines when I'm singing it. Stephen, hi from Guam. Hi, my friend Joe. Hi from Guam. What's it like in Guam right now? What's it like in Guam? Because it's only a small little place, isn't it? Are you you're affected with this crisis? Do you know what? It's 11 o'clock. I was up early this morning. I had cornflakes, and I'm very hungry now. Yesterday, didn't feel hungry at all. Went to McDonald's. I ate it just because I bought it and I like McDonald's, but I had to force it down. The drinking alcohol, Stephen, stop it. It's not good. It's Stephen from it's out in the Philippines, sort of. Retired. You're retired Navy officer. Do you live there, Joe? Look at your channel. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Many people like my channel, but I still do get trolls. I still do get them damn trolls. I get them. One guy, right? Don't understand this. But I did a video yesterday, as some of you might know, you might have seen it, and it was about the things that can grind you down here, right? I don't know why. Wow. McDonald's has human meat. Oh my god. Oh. Anyway, I've lost my trail of thought now. Yeah. I did this video yesterday, and this guy is something about Thailand or something. And he said, I did that video an hour ago, right? So I checked his channel. No, he hadn't, right? And he said, he keeps saying on my channel that he's got, it was like 20,000 subscribers, then 50,000, then 70,000 subscribers. Well done. But then when I looked at his channel, his views are like 100 views per video, 120 views, 150 views. So how does someone with very little views, 100 views per video, get like 20,000 subscribers in a week? I don't know. Anyway, because of his crap that he used to keep saying, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you know, I thought, I can't be dealing with this guy. So now I just ignore him. McDonald's grow their meat. It's not real meat. Hey, is it? Well, I tell you what, even if they do grow their meat, it's better than the meat I can get here at times. It really is, because I'm scared to buy pork here. Not because it's going to poison me, maybe not, but it could be double kill. It could be double kill. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I saw that out. Buy subscribers. Not good though, is it? Because it's not real. It's not real. And the point that I would like to say, yeah, he's a Billy bullshitter. He must be. He must be. It's something in Thailand. I can't remember his name. Let me have a look on here. Let me have a look if I can find it. How do I do that? I'm not very good on phones, people. I mean, on technology. Right, how do I find that? Is it going there? That's it. It's called Vietnam Chronicles. It says, this is what he said to me, he, meaning me, got the video ID from my channel. I just released it an hour ago. And he said, underneath that, are you stealing, borrowing my video IDs? Ha ha, seriously. But I hadn't even seen your channel. And he's got so many subscribers with like 100 views per year. Nam _ Chronicles. And the O in Chronicles is a capital. Okay. At Vietnam _ Chronicles. I don't understand, really. Anyway. What's he talking about? You know, the bloke wants to give his head a shake. I try to be the real deal. I try to be. No, Colleen, I never eat street meat. Street meat? Street food in the meat stalls. I don't. Oh, no. I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. The time that I did is when I first came to Australia. I heard McDonald's get their beef from Australia. In the Philippines. I've got no idea, really. But when I first came into Dipolog, and there is I think it's the longest boulevard in the Philippines. Okay. Now, before, there used to be just a great mass of street food stalls selling chicken and everything like that, buko juice and blah, blah. And I got these like chicken balls. And I thought, oh, they look all right. And I bought like a tray of them. I think it was like 10 in the tray. And I said, oh, that's nice, that. And I got some like spicy sauce. Oh, I thought that's really nice, that. And I said, can I have like another packet? Another portion. And I said, that's really nice. And I said, what part of the chicken is that? And he said, it's the arsehole. Well, he didn't say that, but that's what he said. It's the labot. I thought, I've just eaten about 20 chicken arseholes here. And that was it. No. I thought, God almighty, if that is the best thing that I can get here, that's what I was eating. Chicken's butt. Never again. Drink some aqua, good man for you. Nestea sachet stuff. You mix it with water, you get this many different flavors, but it's full of sugar. I don't really drink a lot of water. I don't drink aqua very much. Only if it's in something else. Only if it's in something else. Yeah. Nestea, I like it. It's only about 20, 23, 25 pesos. For a sachet, and you get like a liter. And my wife does it a lot. She likes that because she eats a lot of salty stuff. And I keep saying to Mira, cut down on that salt a little bit. I said, you're eating this bullard, you're eating this, like this salted fish, you put a lot of salt in your. I said, just ease up on it a bit. But she doesn't. Cassie, hi, you caught me. You've caught me. Good morning, Mayan Uto. Because it is kind of getting into the lunchtime here now. 11:30 is lunchtime here, incidentally, not 12, 11:30. I will never eat chicken bums again. I didn't know it was that, but it was nice. It did taste nice. In town and street vendors have the cheapest and best local food you can get, and no one gets sick. I've heard that. I still have a Japanese friend who I talk to sometimes when I was working in Japan. We keep in touch, and he goes to Thailand quite often, and he is a street food lover. And he's never been sick, ever. He's never, ever been sick eating the Thai. Oh, no, I've never had lamb's head soup, fish tools, ever. Fishing tools. I've never had, no. Yeah, Thai chicken. Right. There was one, I can't think if it was a fiesta here or not. I can't think, or if it was just like an occasion. And back then, I used to drink with the barangay captain every Saturday and Sunday afternoon, right? This was before Caleb was born. So every Saturday and Sunday, it was me, barangay captain, and the guy from the LTO, and then a few others. We used to drink. And they used to do palutan, pig's head. And this pig's head come out, and I thought, oh, I've never seen a roasted pig's head. And I did try it, like the cheeks here, very nice, really, very nice. But there is nothing left of that pig's head when they finish, just the skeleton, just the skull. The eyes are done. And when they finish eating the meat, they break the jaw out and get the brain out from the top. Oh, I mean, you've got to give it to the Filipinos. There is never any waste, is there? There's never any waste. And I don't know what you're talking about, and Jesus, I don't know about that. Oh, but before my wife left, yeah, they do. There is no waste here, no waste. The organs, everything is eaten. Even with the carabao or the baka, the cows, they eat the skin. It's called balbakwa. Here it's called balbakwa. Hey, it's horrible. I tried a bit, and it's like fat. My tongue was stuck to the top of my mouth with all the fat and grease. That's why many are high blood here, because of all the fat and grease and salt and sugar that they consume. My wife, bless her heart, before she left, she must think like I'm slightly disabled or something, or a bit, like a simpleton. She made me pack dinners for every day, right? So yesterday, which I haven't eaten yesterday's yet, it's in the fridge, so it's okay. But I love chicken curry, the Philippine chicken curry. I love it. So she did. One day was chicken curry. I've eaten that. The next day was like a pancit stuff. I've eaten that. And the other stuff I've got in there, which is for today, is what do they call it? Oh, little bits of pork. What is it called? Oh my God. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really nice. It's got like potato and carrots and peas. What's it called? Menudo. That's it. So she made me these. It's like my mum when I was, little pack-ups. She must think I'm like a simpleton that can't do, but bless her heart, it's the thought that counts. Grilled chicken bun in some of the tastiest eating, fatty and delicious. Maybe not the healthiest, but excellent. I like fatty things, really. Like fast food restaurant. I do like it. I do. When I was in England, not so much. When I was in England, kebabs, chicken kebab, or the skewers and the lamb. the lamb shish. I love all that. And I love Indian food. But again, can't get it here. No Turkish restaurants here, no Indian restaurants here. The Chinese restaurants here are not like they are in the UK. I love prawn. I like that too. Colin, I love prawns in green curry. I like that too. I like that. A Thai green curry. Beautiful. And what's that country that helped us during the war? The Gurkhas. Oh, no. My brain. Nepal. A curry from Nepal is so bloody hot, but it is so nice, so nice. She is. She was thinking, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She's back Thursday, so she made me 3 dinners. 3 dinners. Yeah, she is good. I find lamb very fatty. I do. I find lamb very fatty, but I haven't had lamb for since I left the UK. I haven't had lamb since I left the UK. I haven't had a decent bit of steak since I left the UK either. So, I mean, I've never been a big meat eater in my life, but I did eat more meat when I was in the UK than I do here. Here, it just doesn't taste right to me. And I'm scared to buy like I said, the pork from the local market here, because I know what happens. A pig will die, and they won't bury it or anything like that. They'll take it to the market, and sell it a bit cheaper than what they normally would. Or the local people will buy it. It is called double kill. And they buy it at a reduced rate, but that bloody pig's being dead. And what's killed it? Snake. Yeah, checking off soon. Love your channel, your family, and your best all. Thank you very much indeed, John. Thank you. I will be going soon, I think, and all. That's it. Menudo. I love it. Mexican dish with big corn. I love that, Mark. I do. Menudo. I love it. I love chili con carne. Mexican. It is the what do you call the wraps. I like Mexican food. I like chili. See, I like the chili. The only food I don't really like, I know this is going to be horrible, is I'm not keen on the many Filipino dishes, and that's purely because of the oil, the fat they use, and the salt and the sugars. It's that. You got Thai wife. My Thai wife makes some of the best. Oh God, you're very lucky. You're very lucky there, man. You are lucky there, Jim. Very. My wife makes a good cooking, but it's her cooking, it's what she likes. And some of it, I can bear some of it periodically, but not all the time. It just, man, nah. I love extremely spicy Cajun food. Yes, Cajun chicken. Love that too. Do they cook like that or just Thailand? Here they like spicy food. Shame the water there isn't fit for. Yeah, very true. Very true. Fish and chips, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't drink the water from here. I wouldn't. My wife doesn't either. My wife doesn't. But Cajun food is delicious, isn't it? Like Cajun chicken, very pretty spicy, but nice. Very nice. But that being said, I'm going to go in a minute. I might do a live tonight because it'll be my last live that I do for a while. Because, like I said, wife's back tomorrow, son's back tomorrow. I might do a live tonight. I might. What do you think? Should I do a live tonight? Shame the water there. Yeah, it's not the best to drink. I wouldn't drink it. In fact, the water here is only used for washing up toilet, things like that. The laundry. Mira's family for it. Would you eat there? No, Colleen, no, because Mira's family, and some of them are nice people. They are. All of them aren't bad. All of them aren't bad. Like her mum and dad are good, as far as I'm concerned. They've never done any wrong to me and never wanted as such. But they are, because my wife is from the tribe of Subanon or Subanen. I don't know if it's Subanon, Subanen. So my wife she's a mountain person, really. And all of her family are still there in the mountains in Illinois. They still live in the mountains. And Their food is not what I. But always always fresh vegetables and always fresh fruit. And she's coming back tomorrow, and she'll bring loads of bananas, and she'll bring pineapples, and she'll bring all kinds of fruit tomorrow from her family. She toned down some of the spice for me because she's chili head. Yeah, I can imagine. I can't keep up with my wife as far as chili's concerned. And I like spicy food, but my wife, she likes spicy food and salty food. She loves the salt. She loves the salt. I said, Ramira, look, think of your kidneys. You know, I wish she'd cut down on the salt. I really do. It scares me when I watch how much salt she eats. But my wife doesn't like ballot. What's it called? Ballot. Ballot. The egg with the duck inside of it. Thank heavens, because I think if she ever ate one of them in front of me, I couldn't go near her ever again, because I wouldn't be able to get that thought out of my head of her eating a chicken with all the feathers and beak and everything. You could get burnt your foot. Yeah. Well, here, right now, we've got our water, and it's not coming from the municipal, the water what we've got here. It's coming from the mountain. What they did here 2 years ago, they drilled a hole and at the foot of the mountain, and they tapped into that. So this water we got is barangay water, and we pay 175 pesos a month for it, right? And the DHWD, whatever they called, they come down and check the water, and they said this water is good for drinking. Now, most of the people here drink the water, and it is nice. I mean, I don't drink it, but I make coffee with it, or tea, or something like that, or wash the vegetables and cook the vegetables in it. It's clean, it's been checked, and it is continuously checked and monitored, but it's good water. It really is. Ballot, I can't stand that stuff, man. But the water in Dipolog City, no, I don't know where that water comes from, but you could get that water when I lived in Dipolog, and you could put it in a glass, and you could leave that water in a glass for a couple of hours, and you'd see slime in it. You'd see slime floating around. What was all that about? Ballot is disgusting, Frank. Can't eat it. Can't eat it. But I like durian. I like the smelly durian. I like that. I do. They were eating the eggs for money and not allowed to spit it out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for money. I couldn't eat ballot for money. I couldn't. I've seen what it looks like. I've smelt it. And to me, the way that I see things, I don't need to eat it. I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? I just don't need to eat the damn stuff. But they do, and it's like they drink it, and they will have a ballot. And to them, it's their paluta. So it's their culture, fair play. But for me, no thanks. Fill your boots. Fill your boots. My co-host is from Lady. I got a friend from New Zealand who lives in Lady. I think Northern Lady. I think he's at. I think, or in the middle somewhere. I've not been to Lady either. I keep saying I was going to go there, but I just got too much going on here. The baby and the baby being in a footly breech position. I'm constantly worried about that. We'll find out at the next scan, which will be the final scan before the birth, that if this baby is turned round into the proper position. But no, thank goodness she doesn't eat it. She doesn't like it. No. They do eat snakes here. Yeah. It's called sawa, which is the python. Yeah. If they kill a snake, they will eat it. I don't think they go looking for it, but if it's on their land and they see it, yeah, they will kill it and eat it. I did eat chicken ass, but I did. But I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was, and it was soft and nice. But yeah, I did eat that. I did, and oh god, yeah. Never again. That egg chicken thing would be a deal breaker for a relationship. Same with me. Nah, same with me. Like, If I saw my wife eating ballad, I think that, you know, we have to sleep in separate rooms. You sleep in separate beds. Oh, good. Yeah. But listen, people, I do the same with timber rattlers. Ah, you eat them and all. Timber rattlers. Assuming it might be a snake. No. Is it a snake? But anyway, people, listen. I'm going to disappear now. But I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to a bit of music and I've got to go into the village. We have crawfish, mud bugs. I like crayfish. Is it crawfish or crayfish? I like crayfish. It's just like a big, well, like a, you know, like a miniature. To me, it's like a miniature lobster. I like crayfish. I really do. Shell B, I am going to go. Shell Bell. That's Shell Bell in a shell. Shell. Thumbs up. People, thank you for joining us in this live. And I might do a one this evening. So if you're in America, it'll be in your morning time. If you're in the Philippines, you'll be in the same time zone as me. I might do one tonight at about 8 o'clock. About 8 o'clock my time. I might do one because it'll be my final one for a while. Yeah, I'll do a live tonight. Yeah. Thumbs up. Take care, Mr. Jagger. Take care. Woo-hoo! Was it? You got the moves like Jagger. You got them. No, that was the Rolling Stones. That was what was that band called? Maroon 5. They sang a song called "You Got the Moves Like Jagger." I haven't. Truly, I haven't. Right, listen, people. Cassie, Colin, Massa, Jim, Fish and Tips. It just goes on and on. Mine. Right, I'm gonna go. And catch you all tonight at 8 o'clock Philippines time. Where's that at? I might do a karaoke. Is that place Triumph Home Depot? Is that here, Tom? Or is that in a different place? Oh my goodness. It's 4:24 a.m. Bloody hell, Chancer. Sorry, my friend. Get yourself some sleep. And is that in Dipolog? Is that place in Dipolog, Tom? Because there is a solar place in Dipolog. Okay. Listen, 6 watt panel. Bloody hell, that's good. I'll see you all tonight. I'm going to get gone. 8 o'clock Philippines time, or around about that. I'll see you then. Dumaguete. There's a place here as well, Tom, but I don't know what it's called. It's a big place on a corner, full of solar, full of people and all now. Prices would have increased, guaranteed. See you tonight, people. Bye-bye. I'm going to end the stream, which means I'm going to be over and out. End it.